Hello, TG, and welcome back to the second part of our Get to Know Your COC interview with TG Blistig. So when we last left off, we finished with Stiggs getting up to the DO position of Call of Duty Division. What happened next? I hear you scream. What did happen next, dude? That's when you got promoted to Corps Commander, right?
Yes, sir.
So you've gone from working your way through PC Brigade, getting the DO spot, rocking the Call of Duty Division, which was amazing under your leadership. Corps Commander position came up, and everyone knew that your name was going to be in the hat straight away. Did you expect to be promoted?
I honestly did not. No, no.
Oh,
I
wow.
was up against. I knew I was up against some big candidates who, I don't know. In my mind, again, there was. I don't know why they wouldn't have gotten it at the time, right? But I don't know. I guess I was up against some big guys like Wahoo at the time wasn't a Corps Commander, and Prof I think applied, and um, maybe even Hobo applied. It was a lot of guys who have had a lot of experience and time in TG, and I figured it was going to be a pretty close race. And honestly, I didn't really think I was going to get it.
Sure.
But I talked to a couple other guys that I was running against, and they I guess they had seen good things in me and felt like things would run great under my leadership, and they actually put in a good word for me. So I think in the end, it might have been the fact that some of these other big applicants um, said
Saw the
great
good in.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw the great in me and said great things about me, that they decided to choose me.
Sure, which I guess was a massive reassurance for you as well to know the stuff that you had been doing had been noticed by your peers. It's always nice.
No doubt, it meant I was doing something right for sure. I mean, I could see that already in just the how much COD PC blossomed and stuff. But I knew I was doing things right, and it was just great to know for sure.
Definitely, definitely. So the Corps Commander position, I mean, to those of us looking in, seems like a big job, seems like a daunting task, especially first Corps Commander, man. You've got some big divisions underneath you. How did it kind of blow your mind when you first stepped into that position, or did you again just go with the punches and take it in your stride?
Um, that one was another big step, I think, from Do. It kind of blew my mind, I must say. I think there's a lot of people out there that maybe think, oh, once you get up to these upper COC positions, it's just kind of a cushy job, and you sit back, and everybody else runs everything and does all the reports for you, and
Yeah,
you
right.
know but then there's other people out there that probably know the reality of it, that, oh my God, that must be a daunting job. Um, and when I came into it, to be honest, I really wasn't sure. I figured, this has got to be a position where, I mean, if TG is going to be great and successful, it's got to be a tough job, because you've got to do stuff to make that happen. You can't just sit back.
Definitely. It's a day-to-day job, you got to be there every single day.
Yeah, it definitely is. So yeah, it was quite a different thing. It was another huge step back and looking at a much bigger picture. When I went to DO, it was like, oh, I got to look at consoles now. I guess I'll go buy an Xbox and try it out and stuff, and get more involved in these other brigades. But now it was like, oh my God, I have to pull back, and I have to look at like TG and all of these divisions and corps, and which what will work and what won't, and resources, and all this stuff that you see, basically everything that you see, all the way down to a member, has gone across my desk, and I have been involved in some way or another. So yeah, it's a pretty tough job. Um, you want to know, I guess, what else do I do, or what are the things I'm responsible for, I guess.
Literally,
Um,
everybody is sitting here right now going, "What is it that you do apart
what
from
is
hand
it that
out
I do?
orders?" Tell us
Okay.
what you do. Give us a day in the life of a Corps Commander.
Okay, well, I am on the Tactical Warfare Command, which consists of the three corps commanders and our chief of staff, DBL Death Dealer. Um, so the four of us are the Tactical Warfare Command. We report directly to the TGEC, the Tactical Gaming Executive Committee, which is Big E and DBL, the chief of staff. When we had tactical sports at the time, you might have to answer this one for me, honest. What was the chief of staff
Van
of?
Drunken. Van
Yeah,
Drunken.
but what was the position?
Oh, it was chief of staff.
It was chief of staff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So any branches like that, like tactical warfare, tactical sports, they have a chief of staff. That is the tactical gaming executive committee with the president. So as first corps commander, my responsibility is all of the divisions in first corps. So I guess the first thing I'll say to clarify, no, I don't get to just pick and choose which games and divisions go into my core. If I don't like a division, I can't just remove it, and if I like this game, I can't just add it. That's not the way it works. So I guess the first primary responsibility with first corps is what most of you are familiar with is the daily running of the divisions, right? Like as you all have jobs making sure your divisions run, I have to make sure my corps runs. I have to make sure that honest, you're running Call of Duty right, and that your brigade commanders are running their brigades right, and that your battalion staff are running their battalions right. And by doing that, I basically am the one that mentors and chooses the staff all the way down. Not all the way down, sorry, I should clarify. I choose you and put my trust in you guys
Sure.
who I've directly mentored and chosen to then choose and mentor the right people beneath you, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's kind of like I just have to keep an eye on that whole daily operation and make sure it runs, and make sure you guys are doing everything that needs to be done at a minimum. Um, every month, I have all of my division officers do up a report each month, so that I have a clear understanding of what's going on in each of my divisions. So that I think is like the basic role, or the basic part of my role. From there, there's many other things like policies and procedures and pretty much everything you guys see from SSTPs, CCPs, ATCs, STMs, like all of that stuff um, involves communication between like the head training office and tactical warfare command, or public relations office and tactical warfare command, or you know what I mean, like it's all we're directly involved in all of that stuff, and usually our vote within TWC is what makes the final call.
Yep.
um, so there's that. On top of that, one of the other big things that we do is we monitor the non-TG game franchises forum, as well as many other venues. Just media, you know, gaming media and information on the internet and stuff like that. And we play games, we try betas, we do all kinds of stuff. I think honestly that's probably one of the biggest parts of my job is trying to figure out which games are going to possibly cut it in TG, and which ones we should be looking at down the road to possibly set up as a new division.
Which is, I'm guessing, the most exciting part, because that's the future of TG. That's the next step for TG.
You bet it is. Yeah, it's very exciting. It's also very difficult because there's so many members out there that like so many games, and there's so much passion for so many games, that it's hard to there's a lot of disappointment.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.
So that's probably the worst part about it, but it definitely is one of the best parts of the job. Um, Basically planning the future of TG. Um, so that definitely keeps me busy.
Good. So
Oh yeah.
basically, what we're saying, it's a massive overseeing role that you really have. You have to have your finger in lots of pots, overseeing all like, different aspects, make sure everyone's doing their jobs, make sure we're all sticking on the straight and narrow.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Good stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
Again, some
I guess I should just add to the gaming thing. Once we do find something that seems like it's a good candidate in the end, it's not one of us again that makes the decision. It goes to all of us, and we discuss it in detail in Tactical Warfare Command, including with Biggie and TGC, and we make a vote on it.
I love the fact that you clarified that, because I can imagine in your head you're thinking, all these people are going to blame me now when their division doesn't go through.
Yeah, I got to make sure, 'cause I know there's a lot of disappointment out there. So it's just so everyone knows it's a well discussed, like a very well discussed process. We don't come to the decisions very lightly.
Yeah, so don't blame Sticks.
Exactly.
Moral of the story. Excellent. Well, thank you. I mean, that's given us a great insight into what it is that you do. Mind blowing as to how much you have going on. How is it that you manage a job and a wife and TG? It's crazy.
I don't know. Is that your question? I don't know.
No, I don't even want to know the answer to that. Because, geez, I can't even begin to get my head around that. It's ridiculous. Now, what you've got to remember as well, guys, is that on top of all of that stuff, Blistig has a massive hand in the actual maintenance of our headquarters, our website, all aspects, everything from what you see on the forums to what you see on the front page, what goes into the ATS and making the ATS system work. Massive amount of stuff that you do for the web team in your web team executive position.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
what is it that you actually do in the web team? Because I've got to be honest, like to me, web team, God knows. I turn a computer on, I put the internet on, I get TG. That's as far as it goes for me.
It works, right? That's all you need to
Yeah,
know.
exactly. What
No,
is it that
I
goes on?
sorry.
What is it that goes on for you in the web team?
Uh, Web team is very busy as well. What do I do on the web team? Well, I do lots. I guess the first thing I should say about the web team, it I just want to point out that it does directly tie in with my climb up the ranks as well, because in addition to all the, the people work and stuff that I've done within TG to build these brigades, um, I also have a very great knowledge of the technical back end of the system and how it works. So it's like, when new ideas come out or whatever, I'm able to. I'm the one that, like, right away, as soon as that idea comes up, I'm thinking, how is it going to work in the back with the gears and stuff like that, and um,
Sure. How
I
can
would
I
be the one.
code this in?
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like that. That has also been a factor, I think, in some choices that were made. Maybe while I was made Corps Commander, that would have been a factor in the decision that, these new ideas that come up, I would be the one that can actually implement it right away, kind of thing.
Yep, that
That
makes
that's the
sense.
hope, anyways. The web team though is very busy, and it's so what I am is I'm the web team executive. Responsible for the coders. So the web team consists of graphics guys and coders. The graphics guys are the guys that, yeah, you'll see, in the sponsor forums. They create signatures for people, or the non-sponsor forums. They create flyers for us. They basically they create any kind of graphics that we need for anything.
Yeah. That's even as far as the icons on the buttons on the website, the icons for the rosters, all of those graphics.
Yep, you bet. Or, graphics for intros to videos. Yep, everything. Um, Even the little badges.
Even your
So,
shiny, shiny medals.
yep. So they do all that, and we've got a lot of great graphic artists in there. Prof is the web team executive in charge of those guys, and then I'm in charge of our coder side of the team, which is we basically any bugs or issues that pop up on the website, we are the ones that fix those. Anytime you see new divisions or brigades or anything added, we're the ones that go in there and code that in, so you see it on the rosters and stuff. Um, that's the bare minimum of a coder. That's our day-to-day operations, right? Is
Yeah.
dealing with bugs and handling those management tasks. Um, on the other side of the team, there's or the other bigger responsibility of the team, I feel, is our plans to move forward with TG from a technical perspective, right? It's one thing to decide which games are we going to have down the road and everything, but it's another thing to, well, how are we going to spruce up our site and make it work awesome and make it, integrate all this new technology and stuff that's coming down the pipe with Twitter and Facebook and,
Right.
Twitch and all that stuff. Like, how do we make it awesome on our site, right?
Yep.
So from a technical perspective, I'm also trying to think of uh, and also do what we need to make our site better. So I know it's been a secret. It was a secret for a while, but there's been a lot of talk and gossip and hum ha, and it's kind of a hard thing to hide. But there is um, a second newer TG site that we've been working on for quite a while now.
The worst kept secret in TG. And you guys have probably seen recently, there's been an announcement on the public pages. You guys have been invited to go and check out the new news and video area, which is on a separate website, but all tied into TG. That's just gone live recently. If you haven't already done so, go and check out that announcement in the announcements threads and drop in there. Go and check it out. It's really cool, easy to navigate, gives you an idea of the way in which we're looking to move forward. And I'm guessing, Stiggs, you can tell us in time that's all going to be integrated into what may become our new site.
Yeah, or maybe that is part of our new site. But
Oh,
yeah,
see.
you could say that's the first official launch of a part of the new site. Yes. um, So yeah, you definitely, that's awesome, and everyone should check that out right now. I'm super excited about that.
It looks
It's
very
just
snazzy. It looks
yeah,
very snazzy. Very
good,
professional.
good, good. And of course, we're open to any kind of feedback or input anyone has on that, because we're changing it right now.
That's it. Well,
So
you got to remember, guys. TG is for the people. It's for our community. So if there's something you feel you want to see on there, you've got to let these guys know. Otherwise, they'll never know. They can't read minds. So go have your say. Leave your comments.
yeah. So yeah, that's I mean, that's the other aspect, is us working on that site. And I mean, I've got a great team of guys. It's not a very big team. It's myself, it's JJ Millwall, and Scuba Steve. Just the three of us so far. I've got a new guy on the team right now. Wanted from Planetside is joining us. He seems to have a lot of skills that we need. But so it's a small team, and that's why it can only progress so quickly. Unfortunately, we all on top of all the stuff I do as Corps Commander, I also have a real life job, 9 to 5, and as you say, a wife, and real life things to deal with. So there's only so much time that we can fit the coding in. So we do it as best as we can and as fast as we can, but it's a work in progress. So
Oh, we're patient, dude. We're patient, and we're grateful for the time you put in. We can wait. Don't worry.
but
Excellent.
I do have a thread. I'm always looking for more coders, but the thread may seem a little harsh, because it's I've been through a lot of coders and a lot of people. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that know a lot of a lot of this or a lot of that, and are gung ho to help out TG. But it's it's no offense to anyone, but it started to consume more of our time trying to teach new people how to do this stuff than we were actually getting any new stuff done. If
That
there's a
makes sense. Don't worry.
diplomatic way to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no offense to anybody, but I'm looking for some really skilled guys that are ready to hit the ground running and just get in here and get your hands dirty and help us out, right?
There we go.
Um,
You want to help out? Check out that thread. It's in the IT forums. I believe it's a pinned thread. Stiggs checks it regularly. So if you do have those skills that he mentions, go in there, put your name down, get your application in, and maybe you could be an even bigger part of how we mold the new TG or the progression of TG.
yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for that. That was an amazing insight into the web team. Certainly, it's an aspect of TG I know nothing about, so it's really cool to hear about all the stuff that you guys do and what you get involved in. Thank you for the details about the core commander position. I'm guessing that's given lots of us an insight into what it is that you guys do.
Um, there's one other thing I want to add. I just totally forgot about.
Sure.
He might get upset with me, but there is one other position on the web team. It is our dedicated game server admin. He's the guy that manages all of the dedicated servers that we run or own for each of the divisions in TG.
Oh, do you know what? I'm so glad you remembered to bring this up, because this guy, if you hadn't have mentioned this, he would watch this video and then send me a mass PM abusing me for not mentioning it. I'm going to let you say who it is.
That is TG James 246. So he's also on the team.
There he is. It's our
Does
man
a great job.
James.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well remembered. You got us off there. We're off the hook now. Good work. Excellent. We're going to cut this video here, guys, but we've got more to come from Stiggs. We've got lots of questions that you guys have been posing in the Secure Gen forums. We are going to put as many of those as we possibly can to Stiggs, and we're going to touch on a little bit about his personal life as well. So I hope you've enjoyed our video so far. We've got another one coming up very soon. Please keep an eye out for it. In the meantime, stay rocking. We'll see you soon.